Welcome back to another video. What's up? Yo, today we're talking about failure, my guy. Like, failure. You know what I mean? It's crazy how, like, we want the end result without actually going through the journey. You know what I mean? Putting in your 10,000 hours just to kind of get there. And while, you know, we surf the internet and we, you know, watch other people do it, sometimes we think it's so easy, and then we get into it and we're like, yo, wait, shit, this is hard. And it's like a conversation I have with myself all the time where I just have to remind myself, like, yo, put in the sweat equity. You know, the sweat equity that you're doing is important, because if you're not in the field, you know what I mean? If you're not in the stadium, if you're not out there fighting the fight, like, who are you to then come and say anything to anybody? And today we're going to talk about my failures with my first time. So expectfully, you're supposed to fail, but in my head I was like, nah, I've watched 10,000 hours worth of YouTube videos. I can make no mistakes. Just get your steps, get your steps, get your steps. And then you're in it and you realize it's one thing to watch the video. It's another thing to actually put that knowledge into practice, no, right? Because then when you put it into practice is when things start making sense. And man, they should start making sense. This past weekend, I attempted to make my first darkroom print. You know, it's like, we're here, we're shooting film, you know, we have all these negatives, but we're only truly just digitizing our negatives. We're not actually putting them on photographic paper and actually seeing how that print turns out. You know what I mean? Learning how to truly dodge, burn. Granted, I didn't do any of that this weekend, right? This weekend it was just figuring it out and making my mistakes. And falling in love, honestly, with another process of film photography, so much so that I am actually thinking to actually invest in a true enlarger. But that's story time for another time, you know what I mean? But man, this past weekend, crazy. So I've always wanted to, as I've said before, you know, as I've continued on this journey in film photography, I've just wanted to do everything. I want a darkroom print. I want to hang sheets on wall. Like, I just want to do it. I want to do all of it because I enjoy the tactile nature of it so much. Like, seeing that image come to life in the dark room or in my bathroom. In my bathroom was crazy, bro. Crazy. And like that to me is just like nothing I've ever seen in my life. Like, imagine you burn an image onto photographic paper and then you put it in the developer, and a minute later, image. Like, what? And again, you know, this is not to say like one format is better than the other. I've grown to learn to understand that digital has its place and film has its place, but for me, film will forever be my place. I need, or I don't want anything else in my life. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this week's video. I'm gonna try and introduce you guys a little bit to the setup I did use in my bathroom with the Enlarger, the Intrepid 4x5 Enlarger Kit. And essentially what that does is it transforms your 4x5 Intrepid camera into an enlarger. And that in itself is mind-boggling. But, you know, in my research, I also found that, like, Graflex, I believe, either Graflex or Chrome Graphic, but they're the same company. So Graflex had tried to do something similar, like, way back in the day, but it wasn't that popular. And I think I can kind of understand why, because with doing this, I've learned that there are a few, the word slips me because this happens and I'm not going to cut this out of the video. There are a few cons, that's not the word I wanted, but there are a few cons to owning this. And maybe it's just user error and I mean just not knowing what to do. But for the person who wants a darkroom, wants to try and print, and you already own the Intrepid 4x5 kit, buying the Intrepid Enlarger Kit wouldn't hurt, you know what I mean? Because then you get the print at the very least. It might not be what you want, but if you don't have the space to do massive prints, then why not? Yeah. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this week's video. Fuck! Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed that, you know. And mind my swearing when I messed up in there. But thanks for watching, man. You know, if you guys have any more questions or any questions on the Intrepid Darkroom Enlarging Kit, I'll do another video on this pretty soon, kind of going more in depth and more in detail as to use, and all that good stuff, but I just wanted to share this experience, especially my first time, document it, have it out there, and hopefully inspire somebody, you know what I mean? Somebody to just, to try and fail, you know? Until next time, please go outside, please shoot, please stop watching, well, don't stop watching YouTube videos. But gain the knowledge and then figure out how to implement, you know what I mean? Because there's nothing like experience. There's nothing like you putting in your sweat equity. You know, that sweat equity means more than the knowledge. You can have the knowledge, but if you don't have the experience, I don't listen to you. You don't listen to me because I'm telling you to go out and do, and I'm not doing. You know, it's like this YouTube channel. I tell everyone to do one because, you know, why not? There's enough out there for everybody, but then if I'm not doing it, how am I telling you to do it? If I'm telling you to print, why am I not printing? You know what I mean? Until next time, remember to like, comment, subscribe if you please. I hope you enjoyed this week's video, and if there's any comments on things I can do better, I still do appreciate them because, you know, this is still new. You're still here for the journey with me, and we're all learning together. So, peace.